Hi, I don't know if that's happened to you before. As a lady, I don't know if that's ever come out from your vagina at some point. You know, okay, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about vaginal flatulence. My name is Kauthar. If you're just joining us, hi and welcome. Like I said, we're doing. We're going to be talking about vaginal flatulence. And if you're wondering what it is that strange noise that comes out of your vagina when um, most probably you're having sex or doing something. You just hear that fatty noise that, you know. So uh, let's start by answering what vaginal flatulence is. Vaginal flatulence is when the vagina releases air that is in it. It is the release of air from the air that is trapped in the vaginal canal. That's vaginal fluctuance. If you're with me, let me know, leave an emoji, say hi, so we can just keep going. If you're just joining us, we're talking about vaginal fluctuance. That fart, that's thing that comes out of your vagina. That's what we're talking about today. And so I said it's actually the air trapped in the vagina that is coming out. At some point, as a woman, that happens. The air that is trapped in your vagina needs to come out. It finds a way, to just let itself out, and it happens. So, what are the causes of, or what causes vaginal fluctuance? And by the way, that's the medical name. I really do not like that name. It makes it sound like, oh, some serious health condition, and it really is not a health condition as such. So we're going to be calling it queefing or VAT, but I prefer queefing. Queefing sounds more classic. So what causes queefing? Queefing can happen during sexual activity, especially when you're doing the do from the back. That's when it happens. It could also happen during other positions, but basically, that's when it happens. And oh Lord, I remember the first time it happened to me. The first few times, because it wasn't once. It's not like it happened to me once and then I figured out what it was. No, it happened to me a few times, and oh Lord, I I almost died. Like with embarrassment, like how can this be happening? Like let the ground open and swallow me. This can't be normal. This can't be happening. So that's one of the reasons. Hi, Desmond. Hi, Taiwo. That's the reason why it happens when you're having sexual activity. Like I said, especially if you're having the doggy style, while the dude is doing his thing, air gets into the vagina, and at some point, it wants to just let itself out. So it happens during sex. It could also happen due to childbirth, given that the vagina canal is if it's a canal, it's hollow, okay? So when that happens, the air that is trapped in the vagina lets itself out. It can also happen during exercise, especially stretches or yoga when you're doing all of those things, and somehow your vaginal opening just finds its way, opens up, and then the air gets in. Air gets in, and at some point it has to come out. It can also happen if you use tampons. It can happen when you're using sex toys, or if you're someone who uses menstrual cup. That can also happen. Akinshola Alalubarika. Okay, thank you for joining us. So it would happen. It can happen when when you're doing any of this activities. Like I said, sexual activity can happen, childbirth, even when you go to the hospital and they do you pelvic examination, or air would find itself into the vagina, and at some point it would want to come out. It could also happen due to vaginal fistula. Vaginal fistula, if you do not know, is an abnormal hollow tract between the vagina and another canal or the pelvic area. So that's hollow would hold the air. and at some point the air will want to come out. Doris, thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us, we're talking about queefing. Queefing is when the vagina makes the sound of farting, you know. I don't know if it's happened to you. If it's happened to you, makes, you know. But most importantly, I want to state here that it is absolutely normal. It is not a health condition. It is not something to worry about. It would happen to you at whatever age you are, as long as you own a vagina. So it's nothing to worry about. However, like I said, it's different from the farts. You know, the one that comes out from our anus. That one is gas. It smells. Okay, but this particular one is just air. It doesn't smell. There's nothing to be embarrassed about it. I know for some people, like I just mentioned, the first few times it happened to me, I was super embarrassed. I thought I was going to die, and it turned out to be nothing. So, as a matter of fact, some men actually understand what it is. So it's they don't see it as anything. But if your husband or your partner does not know what it is, now you can educate him. There's nothing wrong with you. It's the air that went in. In any case, there's nothing to be embarrassed about or even to apologize about, because if that activity was isn't going on, it would the air wouldn't get in there. So if anybody's about apologizing, it should be him. But like I was saying, it's not meant to smell. It's not meant to be accompanied by fluid or any discharge. But if in the event that that happens when you queef, the air smells or the the queefing is accompanied by fluid or some sort of discharge, then you need to go see a doctor. Hi, Joy. Welcome. You need to go see a doctor and get it checked out. Now, to prevention. Some people have asked how to prevent it or how to stop it. The bad news is you can't stop it. You can't stop it in the sense that if air gets in there, it literally has to come out. It's like pumping a bicycle tire, you know. When you pump a bicycle tire, if you don't put back the valve, at some point it's going to just do, you know. But the only difference between that and queefing is because of how the vagina is structured, because of, you know, all the muscles and everything that makes it this way. When it's coming out, you know, the contact makes it do that. You can actually make a music with it. See, like I said, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. This is something that you and your partner, if it happens, you actually either pretend it didn't happen, or after everything, you just lay down and just laugh and go like, oh, I made some beautiful sound, you know, and stuff like that. So back to how to stop it. Like I said, you can't stop it, but you can minimize it. And even that's minimizing it is it's gonna be, you know, some kind of tedious activity. Why? Because um as opposed to the normal fart that comes out from our anus, that one sometimes gives you signal, you know, you just feel like, oh, I need to fart. And then if you're in a place where you can't fart because of the smell, like me, if I'm in a place with just one person and I feel like farting, I will not fart. But if we're three, I'm gonna let you out, especially the silent one. So three of us will be wondering who did this, or more of us, everybody farts. But for queefing, it doesn't give you signs. It just I keep saying it that the vagina has a mind of its own, you know, it just comes out, does this thing, it doesn't take permission from me, it doesn't give you signal. So it just does this thing. So as far as queefing is concerned, except if you have a system that actually informs you that it's gonna happen. And if you do, you're lucky. And if you do, what you can do to minimize the noise is to use your finger, you know, insert it insert it into your vagina, and then it just shifts the finger to an edge of your vagina, you know, to just let a bit of opening there, you know, like I told you, why it makes that noise is because, you know, the vagina is like it's surrounded by walls and muscles. So it actually stops it from doing this that a bicycle tire would do. Instead, it does that. So what you can do is just put your hand in the put your hand in your vagina and then just shift it a bit. The thing will come out nicely, you know, nice, music to come out. Yeah, nobody will notice. But beyond that, honestly, I swear to God, there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna queef as long as you're a woman. And like I said, it doesn't have to be during sexual activity. It doesn't even have to be during doggy style. It can happen anytime. It can even happen when you're just sitting and then you get up. Some people, it happens to them. Okay, so it's nothing to be embarrassed about. And another thing that I can actually help, minimize it is Kegel exercises. A lot of people have asked me what Kegel exercise is. Everybody, every woman actually does, every female does Kegel exercise, but you do not know it's Kegel exercise. Now, Kegel exercise is when you say you go to a public place like a market and you feel like peeing and there's no bathroom, or even if there's a bathroom, you don't want to use it. That process of holding in that's urine till you get to wherever you're going to is actually what Kegel is. So you can actually use that's an exercise you can do to tighten your vaginal muscles, or your pelvic muscles, as the case may be. So what you can do is, uh, say you're sitting, it's something you can do anytime, whether you're sitting, whether you're standing and cooking or something like that, but it's something you can do anytime. So what you just do is you tighten your pelvis, like you want to pee, but don't want to get up, you don't want to pee at that time. You tighten it, hold it for like 10 seconds, count 10 seconds, release. If you're there, let's do it together. If someone we can do it together, let's just do for like 3 laps. Like you hold for 10 seconds, tighten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now release your pelvic muscles. Just release. Take a deep breath and then tighten again. You know, tighten. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're just joining us, we're talking about queefing, that part where your your vagina farts, where your vagina does this thing, that's what we're talking about. And we're talking about ways to minimize it, to just you can't stop it, you can't prevent it, it's gonna happen. So 10, okay, release again, and then just keep going. It's something you can do like at a sitting or at a particular time. You can just do like 3 sets of 10 seconds, and I just keep doing it. It helps. And for those of you who have been asking about what to do about a loose vagina, that's an exercise you can do. Pelvic Kegel Kegel exercise. Just hold, count for some time, and then release. I'm gonna be doing a video on other Kegel or other exercises you can do to help your tighten your vagina muscles. But like I said, we're talking about queefing. So like I said, it's nothing unusual. It's not abnormal. It's not just you. It happens to. It happens, and it will happen to every female as long as you want a vagina. And so, like I said, some men know what it is, others don't. If your partner or your husband doesn't know what it is, tell him today that it's not a medical condition. It is just air that is trapped in the vagina canal that is letting itself out. It doesn't need your permission. It does not need your spouse's permission to just come out. And for me, I actually think it's a very cool thing. Um, Dudes can let out gas from their mouth, from their anus, and then we will have a plus, a vagina, just let it out. So if you're a vagina owner, hey. Okay, man, I heard a myth that only happens to men who did not press the vagina. No, that's not true. That's not true. Even women who are virgins, it happens to them. I can tell you that. It happens to every woman. It would happen to every woman. Okay. It happens. At some point, it would happen. But for some people, like I said, if it's accompanied with a smell, if the air that comes out smells, or if it's accompanied by a fluid, say discharge, then it's probably a medical condition and you should go see your doctor. It's not even probably, you should go see your doctor. Okay. And yeah, what you just said, I remember like when I had my son out, I had episiotomy, and of course I was stitched. And I remember his grandma saying to sit on a hard stool, that if and I should just, no matter how painful it is, I should just sit on the hard stool. Otherwise, if I get up or if I don't do that, I'll be queefing. Okay, and then I didn't know what queefing was, so I actually followed it. I'm like, well, how can I be farting through my vagina and stuff like that? So it doesn't happen to just women who didn't press their vagina well. Like I said, it happens to even virgins. I'm gonna just run the courses again in case you're just joining us. It happens during sexual activities, especially when you're doing the doggy style, or even when you're changing position, like you're in a particular sexual position and you want to change. It happens during that time too. It can happen because of childbirth, when you're doing exercise like yoga or you're stretching, anything, basically anything that just lets egg into the vagina would cause you to queef. It is not just restricted to not present, very present. Why would you have people even press the vagina? They don't press vagina because there's no reason for you to press your vagina when you give birth. It's just for you to take care of the area. And then, like I said, if you have or had episiotomy, you use warm water, sit on warm water and all of that. And that's it. So, like I said, there's really nothing you can do about it. It's just for you. If it's something, it's very bothersome to you. Okay, you can do what I said, use your finger to just open up your vagina. But I don't know how you're going to do it because, like I said, it does not give you a heads up. It doesn't tell you, hey, Mary, I'm coming. So I don't know how you're going to do it. Or you can, especially if it happens during sexual position, you can actually, there are positions that you can take that it might not really happen. Okay, like spooning. Now, I don't know how I'm going to explain spooning to you before Facebook takes down this page. Um, but spoon is gonna help you. And then when you're riding, because when you're riding the dude, you're actually in control of how the movement goes. So you can work your way through it without letting excess air into your vagina. Huh? And just queef on. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Just keep queefing, queef, queef, queef. It's normal. Embrace it. It's normal. Just embrace it. Don't be embarrassed about it. Laugh about it, or don't even talk about it if it happens to you, especially when you're having sex. Just do your thing. Just enjoy what you're doing. You're doing it and it happens. Okay. So after, you guys can just lay down and just laugh about it, and it's nothing embarrassing. There's nothing serious about it. It is normal as long as you have a vagina. But like I said, if you're just joining us, what you can do to minimize it is Kegel exercise. And I just explained the Kegel exercise is that process where you want to pee, but you can't go and pee. So you hold you tighten your vaginal muscles to hold the pee. That's Kegel exercise, and it really helps beyond queefing. It helps with the vaginal muscles. So it's nothing to worry about. It's just the air that is trapped in your vagina that is coming out. And trying to stop it is basically trying to, like, say you want to stop farting, or when you're bloated and I don't know what's gonna happen if there's a way to stop it, but I don't think you're going to feel comfortable. You're really not going to feel comfortable about it. So just queef on. If the queef wants to come, let it come, and just come. Okay. All right. Did you hear that? Oh, music to my ear. Queef. Like I said, the medical term for it is vaginal fluctuance. But me, I don't like that name. That name sounds like something serious, like and then too bougie, like say I'm coming from the hospital. Oh, Kawthar, what took you to the hospital? Vaginal fluctuance? Like, no, I queefed. I queef. I'm queefing. I'm the queef queen. I queef, 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 queef. Anyway, I'll see. So, like I said, especially the dudes, okay, educate your husbands, your partners, let them know that it's normal, it's nothing to be worried about, it's nothing for you to be embarrassed about, it's nothing for you to be shy about. It is absolutely normal to just queef. So, my dear ladies, my darlings, queef on, queef on, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to share, like, and then just leave comments. If you have any questions that were not addressed here, you can just leave a comment, and then I'll get to it after the video. Have a good day and love you.